Hello, class. My name is George Copeland, and we are joining you for session 1 of Junior Achievements lesson that we're going to go through with you today. Thank you for having us.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, George?
Well, on a professional level, I run a agency that I started 7 years ago. We've got 5 employees, and we're located here in Richmond, Virginia. We do digital advertising online for businesses. And on a personal level, I love to keep myself busy doing hobbies. Right now, I'm working on fixing up my garage. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm trying to stay active exercising or, doing stuff like that.
Very cool. My name's Brandon. I'm a CPA here at Vaco, where I help businesses solve some of their toughest issues. Personally, I'm married here, so taking up family time is a big priority for me. And like George, I like to be outside and exercise as well. What about you, Monica?
Yeah, my name is Monica. I work for a company called Mercer, and I'm an actuary. So what that is I essentially just do a lot of math all day, and hopefully some of you out there also like doing math, and maybe one day you can be an actuary too. But on a personal level, I love to cook, bake, anything related to food is always a plus. And I also like to stay active, usually by running. I'm even running a half marathon soon, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So with that, we're all excited to get started, so why not just jump into it, right?
Okay.
And so today we're going to be talking about 3 vocabulary words, and the first one is family, right? And a family is a group of people who share a common connection. There's tons of people that could be part of your family, like parents, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandparents, and so many more, right? Families are often related, but they don't have to be. I have a pet. I think of her as family, right? Family members often live together, but they don't have to. My grandparents don't live with me, but they're still part of my family. And then family members often believe in the same things, and they care about each other, right? They help one another by sharing, listening to each other. But families, while they have a lot in common, they don't have to be the same. There are differences, right? Families are different sizes, different ages. They come from different backgrounds. They have differences in what they need and want. But regardless of those similarities and differences, every family is special. And hopefully later you can tell your family why they're special for you. So that wraps up family. So we're going to move on to our next vocabulary word, which Brandon is going to give to us.
Very cool. Family is such an important part of this whole piece. And where families come together is within a neighborhood. And a neighborhood is a place where families live near one another. And everyone can make their neighborhood a better place to live. I want everyone to think of your neighborhood and the types of things you do with your families there. Neighborhoods sometimes celebrate special days. Some neighborhoods hold holiday parades and picnics and street festivals. So neighborhoods can hold so many different things. You can see in this neighborhood, there's a jewelry store, there's a garage and a mechanic shop, there's a toy shop. I love the toy shop personally. Looks like there's a grocery store, and then a park where all the families get to play together. So a neighborhood is just one of the coolest places that families can come together and that live near one another. So that'll be our second word. George, do you have a third one?
Yes, that was awesome. And you just touched on it, such as the toy store, which is businesses. So businesses are places that sell things we need or want. So everywhere you go throughout the city, or in the neighborhood, you're gonna come across different businesses. They're important for, if you need it, neighborhood. If you need it, then it's probably something you're going to use more often, right? Like if you have to go to the grocery store, that's a business that you might need. Or maybe if you go to GameStop, maybe that's a business you want. So get your next video game. So businesses maybe they already exist and you work for them, or maybe you want to create your own business. So I'm a big supporter of entrepreneurship, which is probably a big word for you at this moment. But that is when someone's starting a business, and they should try to make the world a better place with that business. It really just comes down to finding something you're passionate about and pursuing that. So if you can, then do that. So with that being said, we're going to move to the book, and it also has a whole picture of the neighborhood on the back. That's cool.
What?
All right.
Wham!
Nice. Let's start with page 1. So it says, "Hello, my name is Grandpa Nash. This is a picture book about my neighborhood. I take out the trash," says Grandpa Nash. So at the bottom, "Hello, I am George Copeland. I am 29 years old, and in my neighborhood, families take out the trash too. And I can definitely say I'm taking the trash out with my neighbors." So how about, I think, Brandon, are you up on page 2 or 3?
Yeah, that sounds good. On page 3, you can see this sticker is Russ, and it says, "Hello, my name is Russ. This is a picture book about my neighborhood. I meet the children at the bus," says Russ. Who doesn't love a good rhyme?
Right.
So here you can see, I'm going to add in my neighborhood, families help one another too. My favorite animal is a dog, and my favorite color is red.
Nice.
Very
Good
cool.
Good choice.
On the next page, we get to take another trip down to my favorite store, the toy store. And it says, "Hello, we are Rosa and Roy. This is a picture book about our neighborhood. And we put away each toy," says Rosa and Roy. And then I'm going to add in that my favorite toy is a race car, because I always loved the little race cars that we could use growing up. And so that's my favorite toy. Do y'all have a favorite toy?
Good question, Brandon. I mean, if you would consider Pokemon cards, when I was probably in 2nd grade, that was my favorite toy then. This might be my favorite toy right now.
Technology is such a very cool toy for everyone, so that is awesome.
For sure.
Monica, you want to kick us off on the next page?
Yeah, so we're going to meet one more person, or 2 more people rather, but on this page we have Anne, and she says, "I collect bottles and cans." And then in my neighborhood, families recycle too. So down at the bottom, it says, "When I grow up, I want to be a blank." So I want to know what you want to be when you grow up, because I already told you what I was when I grew up, even though I'm still growing up, because I'm an actuary. And then the last person we're going to meet in this neighborhood is Zach. And Zach says, "I carry Grandma's grocery sack." Loving all the rhymes, right? So the last fill in the blank, we want to know what you guys have put for all these blanks too. So my favorite store in my neighborhood is, and for me it has to be grocery store, right? You love the food. That's where you get all the food, right? So let us know what your favorite store is in your neighborhood. Awesome. So we just met so many people in the neighborhood, right? We met Zach, and we met Grandpa Nash. But who makes our neighborhood a great place to live?
We all do.
We all do.
So you can take this page and remind yourself that we all make the neighborhood a great place, right? Go on the very last page. And on the last page, it asks us, how does a happy neighborhood make you feel? Right? And we all drew how a happy neighborhood makes us feel. George and I kind of somehow drew a similar picture.
Right.
But we want to know what you all would draw here. So how does a happy neighborhood make you feel?
Mm-hmm. Brandon, I'm interested in knowing about your image.
I'd be happy to share about my image. So we've got some very artistic sun rays coming down because I love warm weather and being outside and feeling the cool breeze and seeing the beautiful trees and enjoying my family and our neighborhood.
Nice. Love it. So what did the earth and the people represent for you, Monica?
Well, I was thinking, like, first of all, they're all happy, right? A happy neighborhood makes me excited, and everyone else in the neighborhood is excited too. But I was saying the thing that would make me happy is if we're all connected. So I was thinking all of us holding hands, being connected, you know?
Yeah, agreed.
George, what does it mean for you?
I would agree with you, Monica. I think that the world is basically representing that we're all together, and I've got family all over the world, so it's it just touches on that. And then the smiley face equals when I think of family, I think of happy and love, and I also think of like a chain that can't be broken. So yeah, and it's what connects us too. So that's
very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, well, that's all we have for session 1.
Yeah.
So we learned a lot, right? We learned about families. We learned about how we're all connected in the neighborhood and about all different types of businesses. You even learned a new word, entrepreneurship. How exciting. So now you spend some time with your families and share with them what you learned today in this session, in this lesson. And remember, this is just the first session, right? So there's 5 total. You have to go check out the other 4 videos after watching this video here. And with that, I hope you all had a great time. Hope you learned something. And thank you so much for listening and learning with us.
Take it easy.
Bye now.
Have a great day. Bye.